Welcome back to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Kones. We are having a discussion with Dr. David MATSANGA-PAN African Forum Chairman, coming to us live from the United Kingdom. Dr. can you hear me now? Are we able to get you properly?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes.
You hear me? Are you hearing me now?
Oh, very well, very well. All right. So, by the way, why are you in the United Kingdom? You know, some of your people are saying you have run away.
I've run away to where?
To the UK. You're running away from Kenya.
Kenya is not my permanent home. Kenya is my working home. I have a home, and that's where I am now.
Okay.
And I want to dispel these rumors that I've run away. Soldiers like me don't run away. We can't run away from civilians like Ruto. Yes. I'm an observer. Yes.
Okay. I see you don't want to usually say a lot of things, or you don't want to say anything about that.
No, I am an observer.
We let it go.
And I'm coming.
Huh?
I'm an independent media guru. And I'm a media person. Not to tally. I came to London to tally my center, to have my tallying center.
Because from your end, the network keeps...
I think it's your network.
No.
It's not your network. Have you got it now?
Yeah, now we are getting you.
Are you getting me now?
Yes. Now I'm getting you.
Yes. I am saying...
Let's try and say the few things that we can say before, you know, if we're having a bit of trouble with network, at least let's say a few things.
I am saying, before we are disrupted by the network, my stand is the winner of this election will be about 53 plus 2 or minus 2. That winner, me, I've been consistent. All opinion polls are running around and they are saying the same thing. Mutahi Nguni is saying the same thing. Mine from the day one, and you remember, I told you it will be about 53% of the total voter turnout. If the total voter turnout is 70, Raila will win by 53%, and the Ruto will take about 43%, which will come to minus 2, plus 2. And you hear me now?
I'm hearing you. What if you're wrong? You know, the Star today says that William Ruto is up by 45% and Raila is at 44%. And
that is their opinion, because there is some 10% that are missing. But even if you 10% that is missing, that is not decided. So even if you take your mathematics to Kingdom to ask Angel Gabriel, an expert like me, and I'm telling you, Levi Kones, listen to my word, it will be about 53%. If you add the 10% from 44 or from 45, it comes to about 53% the winner. So I am not very far. It means I'm a very good expert and a very good science and the patterns of politics. Everybody in Kenya is coming to the same figure. And you know, if you recall our talking which we have been doing all along, the way we have been doing it, it is very clear. It's very, very, very clear that it is. I've been telling you it will be that amount, that number, and that is the number that will be there. No, you can't go beyond that. Yes, Uhuru Kenyatta has done his best. He laid the background
of like that, because you know, if you say
I'm
the number of
speaking.
undecided voters are almost 10%, and those are undecided voters, and it could even be a little bit higher. What if they create an upset on the day? Because you have undecided voters, they walk into a booth, it means that easily they could swing one way or another, and that could tip the scales. Should you then consider that, you know, we should be at the point where we are saying anybody can enter, and that's anybody between Ruto and Raila, and given the fact that one of them will be our president coming, we should all be in a state of acceptance that yes, it could be my person, but also it might not be.
I am speaking with confidence that Raila Amolo Odinga will win the elections because of his campaigning strategy, which Ruto does not have. Ruto has resorted to the strategy of that killed Jesus, that made Jesus to be hated by the people of Nazareth. Yes. And when you come to this level of hatred, and you start, insulting people, insulting Uhuru Kenyatta. Remember, Jesus was never liked in Nazareth. But when Herod and Pontius Pilate finally came down with a decision to kill Jesus Christ, you saw how many people of Nazareth, how many of them walked all the way from Nazareth to collect the body and ask for their son to be buried, to be taken away. They didn't know that it was a spiritual gathering that was above them that had decided that Jesus had to die. So the more Ruto goes on insulting Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the son of the mountain, you remember Ruto has no vote anywhere. Ruto's vote, even in your terrible constituency yesterday, you saw the number of people who came out in terrible yesterday. I'm telling
But you know,
I'm telling
those ones, they were just
let's be
curious,
honest.
Daktari.
No, between me and you, Ruto will lose in that constituency. In the terrible people will vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. The people in Eldoret yesterday, if you look at what numbers came out, that is not what Ruto should brag around that he owns that area. In Tarubo, where his house, where his neighbors are, where you come from, and I believe me or not, where you are seated there, you know the truth inside your heart, that your vote will not go to Ruto. In yourself and other people and your mom.
How do you know that? You have no knowledge of that, Daktari. Here's the thing.
But you are every day you call me to go and meet the people of Tarubo. Why do they like me? The people of Tarubo, isn't it you who tells me that they like me so much?
No, they just find you interesting. They say...
Yes. And they find me because they have listened to my message for the last 7 years on this television station. I've been pumping my message against Mr. Ruto, a thief, their own son, who is a thief. And Raila Odinga went yesterday to cement the whole thing and said, 2 thieves are on the ticket. Do you want them? You want to mortgage your country? Vote those thieves. But if you want your country peaceful, united, progressive, vote for Raila Amolo Odinga. That's the message. And in terms of that, the percentage will come to 53 for Raila Odinga, 43 for William
It's
Ruto.
only 1 week. We'll see.
I'm coming back to share a moment of grief with you for having lost, to your neighbor having lost, and for you having cut all the trees from Tarubo up to Sungoi, which is going to happen.
I think we will wait to see that. One of the questions that is on the table.
Levi, I have no regrets for stating my position. If Mr. Ruto wins, he can win, but I don't think he will win. He has no numbers. The more he has gone to insult the president, here I keep the legacy of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Look at this. I keep the legacy. I document what President Uhuru Kenyatta has done for people of Kenya. I'm writing 2 books that I will submit to you Kenyans and the generations to read. Where I am. And I cannot go around accept a person who is insulting the president. And namwambia wewe wachana mimi. This is stupidity of the highest degree. He is a candidate. Uhuru Kenyatta is not a candidate. Uhuru Kenyatta is a president of Republic of Kenya. Tomorrow, if all happens well, Uhuru Kenyatta will hand over the power to anybody who will come. We should give him respect. That's all. Give him respect. Let him go home. One of the problems why Africa has got a problem is we insult these leaders who are in power. We go on insulting Museveni every day. That's what Besigye has done for the last 7 years. He has been insulting, you know, he has been with Museveni, then he goes on insulting Museveni every day and telling him that when I take over power, I'm going to deal with you. Believe me or not, Connors, that cannot work in Africa. Let's start a new generation, a new movement, a new organization, a new direction of politics. Whether you are in opposition, start a new direction of politics. Don't start insulting the leader who is going to hand you over power. What Ruto is doing is very immature. He should have learned by now not to use that teeth very badly. I don't want to go
into between the president and his deputy. That what's it called? That exchange of words.
It's not very good at all.
Yeah.
It's not very good. And the deputy president should respect his boss.
What is a two-way traffic, you know?
No. What is wrong? They have been insulting Uhuru for 3 years, 4 years. These boys have been running. Some of the boys whom I was employing, like Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro was earning a living from my television station. Punchline Africa, I employed Ndindi Nyoro. I was paying him 5,000 shillings every week to come on my show. And he's now insulting everybody. Moses Kuria, these are young boys who have just come, whom we are giving lunch in Intercontinental Hotel. Why do you abuse? Why do you insult the president? Another thief called Kajagwa, who has stolen money. The court has found him guilty. Yes, the court has said, taken the money. We haven't seen the appeal succeed. We assume he's still a thief until the court he appeals and the court acquits him. Likewise, I want to tell you, we know Ruto is still a thief. Up to now.
Daktari, and we only have a week to the elections.
No, he was convicted. Ruto was convicted. Ruto was convicted on Muteshi.
His defense, and I don't hold beef for
yes,
no. You go to a deal with some people, and those people are fishy people.
Let me tell you, whether it was fishy, why hasn't he appealed against? Why? Why? Tell me one reason why he has not appealed against it.
I don't know the merits and the demerits of the case. What I
no, but I'm now telling you the merits. He has not appealed. So the conviction, you people who want to elect, you are electing 2 convicts. 2 convicts. Convict number 1, William Ruto on Muteshi's land. He took the land and he never appealed against the sentence. Convict number 2, Kajagwa, he is convicted of having laundered money and got money corruptly. He has appealed, and his appeal is not yet successful. Therefore, you can go on. The choice is yours. I'm not a voter. I'm just saying it as a journalist from a journalistic point of view. You can go to Damascus, you can go anywhere and hang if you want.
In terms of just the people that and the expectations in terms of all the different fields of elections that we are about to have, from MCA to MP, you know, considering the seats we have on offer and the people aspiring, there are a lot of people who are going to be disappointed on August 9th. Come August 10th, there are a lot of people who will be very, very, very saddened by the results that will have happened in the different, you know, fields that they are running. What advice would you give to them at this point, to aspirants who end up losing?
We would like, I told you my role as a journalist, and I'm also an investigative journalist, is to highlight difficulties. The difficulties of countries in Africa. One of them is elections. Elections in Africa always create us apprehension, state of despondency, and to the some extent, it results into chaos. So let's not have that route. Let's have a route that there is another election. There is another time when you can do an election. There is time when people in Africa can do election. Again, 5 years is not very far. If you have lost today, wait for another 5 years and wait and organize yourself, then come back and take away the seat that you have lost. But don't go to violence. Don't start chasing people. Don't start writing leaflets. Don't start threatening people. Don't start weighing a war, because Ruto will continue eating. You might not be eating. Police will come for you and you will end up in jail. But Ruto might not end up in jail. Ruto can go anywhere. He has amassed a lot of wealth. He could flee. He could flee to Uganda, where his friends are. He could flee to Zambia, where he has farms, or Congo, where he has farms. He can flee to to Khartoum, where he has amassed some wealth with some rich peoples of Bashir. But you will remain in Kenya and in the same place, drinking the same water, walking on the same road with the same people. So don't kill your friend because of an election. Just vote and go home, wait for the results. If you have lost, don't trigger violence. Don't incite your people. That's the message I want to give to you Kenyans. Some of us have been away from our countries because elections, bad administration, bad governance. The country has plenty of food, but as a refugee, you have to fight and ask for food. You have to ask for everything. You have to work hard in order to feed your family. So some of us have lost. We have been there. We have seen the trouble that we have. Yes.
Interesting, you know, right now is when we're having people going, you know, some of them may be worried. We have lots of people who are praying for the peace of the country. A lot of people who are participating in also peace initiatives. I see that the newspapers are carrying peace messages as well. So are we here on the media. There's a big role for the media in terms of this election in our coverage and where we are concerned. I know you'll also be doing something even as we are around this place. But I just want to ask you, in terms of your final submissions, what would you say to the people of Kenya in your final submission because the next time we are going to be talking in Daktari, we'll already have had an election. What would be your final submissions here just before the election?
My final submission is that the people of Kenya should elect Raila Amolo Odinga. He has a vision. He has a vision. The vision for this country, a united country. a united country with the united people. A country cannot progress when we have insults flying around. A country cannot be handed over to people who are convicted. They are convicts. They have never cleared their names. They have no integrity. The other pair of UDA has no integrity. You are simply electing Captain Lugat, who came to the coast of East Africa in Mombasa, registered Kenya as a trading company. And what the manifesto of Ruto talks about Kenya as a trading company. The entire manifesto talks about money, 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 money. We shall do this. We shall bring money. We shall do that. It is a trading company. Ruto will govern this country like a trading company of his and his wife.
We're going to end it on that note, Daktari. We look forward
And
to seeing you.
I want to say as the results have been announced, call me first, because I will be the one to give you the good news that we have won.
I will call you. I'll call you. Your invitation to Talbo still stands. The people. Ruto has no capability to run this country. He will ruin it. He's very arrogant. It is up to you Kenyans. But for me, as an individual, if I were a Kenyan voter, I will not give Ruto my vote. I will not give convicts against people who are not convicts. Ruto and Kachagwa are convicts of the courts. There is no integrity. How do you leave people with integrity and then choose people without integrity? That is the message. Choose people with integrity. Ruto has no integrity. He took Mutashi's land. He has never appealed. Kachagwa has money, has been taken by the court, found guilty of being corrupt. How do you choose the two? That is my message. Right. Look forward to seeing you well after the elections. We'll have this discussion. Thank you so much. It's always been a pleasure. And enjoy your time out there, even as you observe the elections. To all of you who are participating in election one way or another.
I will have my flight tonight. So don't think out there.
I'm back.
I will come. By Friday, I will be in Nairobi. And I will be observing election as a media. In fact, I wanted to be with you in my car as we go around at the polling stations. Since I came here to install my tallying center, and my tallying center so that it is
just cut off. But welcome.
So that it is not interfered with by Ruto. So I have hidden.
That's all the time we have. That's 59 minutes for today. Stay tuned for Leah coming up with the lawsuit. Have a wonderful morning. Bye-bye.
Thank you.